Hello, dear viewers, in our channel, today we're going to talk about the European division that resulted from the tension with China over electric cars. The French newspaper, Le Croix, published a report discussing the visit of the Chinese Minister of Trade to Brussels to discuss the escalating trade tensions. The newspaper said in its report that while the Commission insists on its desire to impose customs duties on vehicles produced in China, the member states have different opinions on this issue. The newspaper adds that the European Commission has accused its Chinese partner of distorting competition by widely supporting manufacturing companies on its territory, which led it to take a decision on August 20, 2024, to impose additional duties on Chinese electric cars for 5 years. This decision prompted Beijing to respond immediately, announcing, as a retaliatory measure, an investigation into dumping targeting pork, dairy products, and even spirits coming from the European Union. The newspaper mentioned that both parties aim to avoid a comprehensive trade war, while ensuring that Brussels protects European manufacturers who have been harmed, according to the investigations. According to the newspaper, the customs duties, which are added to the 10% taxes already imposed by the European Union on vehicles manufactured in Chinese factories, are only temporary for now. The entry of these proposals into force and their transformation into final ones requires the approval of the 27 member states of the European Union. On the other hand, the European Commission, which supports the imposition of these taxes, has not achieved its goal due to the division of countries on this issue. In general, France supports this idea, while Germany opposes it, and other countries will either join the French or German side. Spain, the main supplier of pork to China, was very clear, with Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez calling for a negotiated solution between China and the European Union. Meanwhile, Spanish Environment Minister Teresa Ribera, who was expected to join the European executive, told the Financial Times in an interview that she supports an approach aimed at rethinking competition policy in the European Union, step by step. The newspaper mentioned that in July 2024, countries were called upon to take a decision on the provisional rights during a non-binding consultative vote. This procedure allowed the countries in favor and against to be known. While 12 countries voted in favor of the decision, 4 countries voted against it, and 11 countries abstained from voting. The newspaper mentioned that based on the results of the initial vote, the European Commission will not win its case in the next voting session, which was initially scheduled for September 25, 2024, but was postponed. The Brussels institution is committed to studying the new price commitment offers put forward by Beijing. The initial versions were not sufficient to convince the European executive. According to the newspaper, this case is expected to be entrusted to Slovak Maroš Šefčovič, who is expected to replace Valdis Dombrovskis within the new European Commission, after being nominated to become the commissioner responsible for trade and economic security, a concept that has appeared in recent years at the top of the European agenda. In the important message, she wrote to him, Commission President Ursula von der Leyen does not take the matter lightly, saying, "You will manage trade and economic relations with China, in line with our policy of risk reduction, not disconnection." In conclusion, the newspaper noted that the approach known in Brussels as risk reduction, not disconnection, clearly shows the European Union's desire not to completely cut ties with China, given the European Commission's awareness that the consequences of a complete collapse of the dialogue could be dire. Thank you for following us. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like.